Acute and chronic diseases. The manifestation of a disease will be different depending on a number of factors. One of the most obvious factors that determine how we perceive the diseases is its duration. Okay, at how much time it is there. Okay, that is called a duration. Up to what period? Okay, there disease can be achieved. That is known as perceiving the disease its duration. Up to what time the disease will be there. Okay, that also dependent on that. Some disease lasts for only very short period of time. Okay, some of the disease are there for a short period of time. Okay, we have discussed already. For example, cold fever. Okay, that will most probably 1 week or 2 week. Oh, 1 week, 2 week cannot be seen also. Okay, because at least in 1 week it will be cured. Or some diseases last for only short period of time, and diseases are called acute disease. Okay, those diseases which are there for a short period of time, that is known as acute diseases. We also know from experiences that the common cold lasts only a few days. Okay, just now we have discussed. Okay, common cold. Okay, which is a one type of disease that are lasts for a few days only. Other ailment can last for a long period of time. Okay, for a long period of time. Okay, rest of the diseases. Okay, for example, chronic disease. Okay, which are rest for a long period of time. Other ailment can last for a long time, even as much as a lifetime, and is called chronic disease. Okay, another is the chronic diseases which are there for a long period of time, that is known as a chronic diseases. An example, if the infection causing elephantiasis, which is very common in some part of India. Okay, elephantiasis which is very common in many parts of India. Okay, in which you can see that there is a deficiency or causes due to the infection of a particular phenomena or bacteria, viruses, or etc. etc. Due to which elephantiasis can be seen in many places in India. Okay. Now the chronic disease and poor health. Okay, we know it very well. Chronic diseases which are last for a long period of time or a lifetime. Okay, that we say it as a chronic diseases. As we can imagine, acute and chronic disease have different effect on our health. Okay, in our health we know it very well that there is a different effect of a acute and chronic diseases. Any disease that causes poor functioning, okay, the functioning is very poor, that is known as some part of a body will affect our general health as well. Okay, our health can be affected due to the poor functioning. Okay, for example, if the one organ is not working properly, due to which whole body will have to face a problem. Why? Because every organ, okay, or all the organ are attached with each other and totally depends on each other. Okay, due to which we can see that if the one organ is not working properly or poor functioning, okay, then what will be there? Then there is a lot of problem in the body. This is because all function of a body are necessary for general health. Okay, so we know it very well that all functions should be necessary for the body. But an acute diseases which is over very soon. Okay, acute diseases which can be easily cured. Okay, will not have time to cause major effect on the general health. Okay, acute disease which are there for a short period of time. Okay, for in that disease we can't able to see a lot of affection in our body, while a chronic disease will do so. While if we talk about the chronic diseases, there is a lot of problem, because in a chronic disease we can see that this disease can be there or will be up to long period of time or a lifetime, due to which our health can be affected. Now the difference between acute and chronic disease. Here you can see that acute and chronic diseases, okay, which are there. In acute you can see that there is a bacteria as well as many of things, okay, due to which we can see that there is a lot of problem. While in a chronic you can see that disease, okay, can be there for a long period of time. As an example, if we take an example, think about the cough and cold. Okay, if we think about the cough and cold, which all of us have from time to time. Okay, we know it very well that cough and cold. Okay, which are there for long period of time, and most probably whenever after week or after month, we can see that there is the cough and the cold can be seen in a particular body, which are very common. Okay, in human beings, which all of us have from time to time. Most of us get better and become well within a week or so. Okay, within the week we can cure it, and there are no bad effect on our health. In our health, there is no effect. We do not lose weight. Okay, our weight is also not lose, due to which we do not become short or breathe. We do not feel tired all the time because of a few days of a cough and cold. Okay, because of few days only we can see that cough and cold are seen, due to which we cannot feel uncomfortable. But if we get infected with a chronic disease, okay, same way another is chronic disease. If we talk about the chronic disease, in chronic disease we can see that such tuberculosis of our lungs, then being ill over the year does make us lose weight and feel tired all the time. Okay, and all the time we can see that because of tuberculosis our lungs get affected, and due to which this can be tired for all the time. Okay, so if we compare acute and chronic disease, then in acute there is not a lot of effect in our body, while in the chronic we can see that there is a long period of time, as well as it will feel loss of weight as well as tired in the particular organism. We may not go to school for a few days if we have an acute disease. If we have an acute disease, then we do not go to school for a few days only. But in a chronic disease will make it difficult for us to follow what is being taught in the school and reduce our ability to learn. Okay, if the chronic disease is there, then it will take long period of time, due to which lot of education as well as knowledge in the school get affected. Okay, in school we can't able to go, due to which our study get spoiled. Okay, so in the chronic disease there is a major problem, due to which student have to face if he or she have a chronic disease. So there is a lot of affection of a chronic disease in a particular organism. In other words, we are like to have prolonged general poor health if we have a chronic disease. Okay, if we have a chronic disease, then our health get spoiled. Okay, lot of our health get spoiled. Chronic disease therefore have very drastic long-term effect on people's health as compared to acute disease. If we compare, chronic disease face a drastic major long-term effect on a particular body, while in acute we can't see a lot of problem. Okay, so this is the major difference between acute and chronic disease. Okay, so in chronic we can see a lot of problem, while in acute it will be cured in short period of time. Causes of disease. Now we will study a causes of diseases. What causes a disease? When we think about the causes of diseases, we must remember that there is a many level of such causes. Okay, we know it very well that disease, okay, is the major problem to all the organism. But how this disease get introduced in a particular organism? Okay, how it get caused? Okay, how it is causing? Okay, we will study about that only. Which are the factors which are causing the particular body? Okay, that we will discuss it. Let us look at the example. If there is a baby suffering from the loose motion, we can say that the cause of loose motion is an infection with a virus. Okay, if the body is suffering, if a baby is suffering from the loose motion, okay, we know it very well. If the loose motion is there, it can be caused due to what? Okay, infection. Because of infection, loose motion is seen in a particular baby. Okay, now this loose motion is infected by which? Okay, by virus. Okay, due to virus, okay, virus which are there in an environment, that virus is introduced in the baby's body, and due to which, due to the virus, the baby gets suffered from loose motion. Okay, so the immediate cause of a disease is a virus. So from this we can say that causes of a disease is a virus. Because of the virus, baby has to suffer from the loose motion. So here the cause of a disease is a virus. But the next question is, where did the virus come from? Okay, now the next question is, second question arises in our mind, that from where this virus has came. Suppose we find that the virus came through a unclean drinking water. Okay, if we talk, then virus came from the unclean drinking water which are coming, okay, in baby's house. Okay, so why is it that one baby developed loose motion when the other baby did not? Okay, if we compare a two different baby, okay, then how it can be possible that both of them are drinking same water? Okay, both of them are drinking same water, but one have to face loose motion or suffer from the loose motion, while another health is not affected due to this unclean drinking water. Okay, what is the reason behind it? So one reason might be that this baby is not healthy. Okay, if we take a reason or example, then the first baby, okay, which are suffering from the loose motion, okay, are not healthy. Okay, that is also one type of reason. As a result, it might be more likely to have disease when exposed to a race. Okay, we know it very well that when any baby or a organism do not have a strong immunity power, then that baby or organism has to suffer from different diseases. So in this case also you can see that a baby who is suffering from loose motion, okay, his or her health or baby's health is not well, due to which baby has to suffer from a loose motion, whereas the healthier baby will not. Okay, here you have seen that healthier baby do not have to suffer from a loose motion because baby's health is good in this case. Why is the baby not healthy? Perhaps because it is not well nourished and does not get enough food. Okay, now the cases arise a baby who is suffering from the loose motion. Okay, he is not good nourished or not get enough amount of food. Okay, so due to which that baby has to suffer from a loose motion. So lack of a good nourishment because of second level causes the disease. Okay, now good nourishment, okay, lack of good nourishment, okay, nourishment was not good, due to which this baby has to suffer from a loose motion. Level causes of a disease, the baby is suffering from them. Further, why is the baby not well nourished? Okay, now the next question is arising, that why the baby is not get a good enough nourishment. Okay, perhaps because it is from a household which is poor. Okay, now because of poorness, okay, his or her, okay, or baby's parents do not afford a proper amount of food nourishment to that baby. Okay, due to which we have seen that the baby, okay, which or a baby who has not get a proper amount of nourishment, okay, he or she or a baby has to suffer from a different type of diseases, because due to bad nourishment his or her immunity power get weak, due to which the baby has to suffer from a different diseases. It is also possible that a baby has some genetics difference that make it more likely to suffer from a loose motion. Okay, genetic difference is also there. Okay, due to which nourishment is not. Okay, when exposed to such virus. Okay, for example, such viruses we can see that time also there is a lack of loose motion. Without the virus, the genetic difference or a poor nourishment alone. Okay, if the virus is not there, okay, then also baby has to suffer from a different because baby has suffering from a would not lead to loose motion, but they do become contributory causes of a diseases. Okay, due to the diseases there is a lot of difference in that. Why was there no clean drinking water for the baby? For the baby, okay, why the clean water is not there? Perhaps because the public services are poor where the baby family live. Okay, because of the public policy, okay, services are very poor, due to which baby has to suffer from a loose motion. So poverty or lack of public services become third level. Okay, so third level is that poverty, okay, or lack of public services. Okay, public services is not well. Okay, due to which, okay, baby has to suffer from a different diseases. Okay, it will now be obvious that all diseases will have immediate causes. Okay, immediately we know it very well that the causes will be immediately to the particular diseases and contributory causes. Okay, and the diseases are of different type and causes are of many types. Okay, many are of the reason are there for the causes. Also, most diseases will have many causes rather than one single cause. Okay, many causes are there as compared to a single causes. Infectious and non-infectious causes. Okay, now infectious causes and non-infectious causes. As we have seen, it is important to keep public health. Okay? It is very important for the public health and community health factor in mind when we think about the causes of disease. Okay? The cause of disease are of many types. We can take that approach a little further. It is useful to think of immediate causes of disease as belonging to two distinct types. Okay? Causes are of different types. One group is caused in the infectious agent. Okay? The first group is of infectious agent. Okay? Due to infection also there is a lot of problem to a particular body. Mostly microbes or microorganism. Infectious agent. Okay? If we talk about the infectious agent, then microbes or microorganism which are play a major role, okay, which are very important for the infectious agent, and that is an important microorganism infectious agent. Okay, that is one of the most infectious agent. Diseases where microbes are the immediate causes are called infectious disease. Okay, now diseases where microbes are immediate causes. Okay, due to microorganism, okay, due to microorganism, infectious disease can be spread very easily. So major role for the infectious disease is microorganism. Okay, microorganism play important role for infectious disease. This is because the microbes can spread in the community. Okay, microbes can easily spread in any community, and the disease they cause will spread with them. Okay, and due to which the disease which are there that will be spread in whole over the on the other hand, there are also diseases that are not caused by infectious agent. Okay. Now the second type is disease also there which are not caused due to infectious agent. Okay. There is a lot of disease in which we have divided into infectious as well as non-infectious diseases, in which we have talked only about the infectious diseases. Their causes vary, but they are not external causes like microbes that can be spread in the community. Instead, these are mostly internal non-infectious disease. Internally, okay, that are affecting internally. Okay, that we say it as a non-infectious agent. For example, if we talk about the cancer, are caused by the genetic abnormality. Okay, cancer which is spreading due to genetic abnormality. Okay, that is a non-infectious disease. High blood pressure, okay, can be caused by excessive weight and lack of exercise. Okay, lack of exercise and excessive weight also causes high blood pressure. Okay, so in this we can see that there is not a role of a infection play nothing role in this. Okay, in this we can see that there is not a single role of infectious agent, so this is said to be a non-infectious agent. Okay, you can think of many other diseases where the immediate causes will not be infectious. Infectious is not there in many diseases. The way in which diseases spread and way in which they can be treated and prevented at the community level will be different for different diseases. For different diseases, there is a different treatment and prevention towards them. Okay, so there is a different prevention as well as treatment for the different diseases. This will depend a lot of whether the immediate causes are infectious or non-infectious. Okay, this is because of two different role. Okay, whether the disease is infectious or non-infectious. Okay, that is also play important role for that. Okay, if the particular body have a disease, okay, first we have to find that whether the disease is infectious or non-infectious. Depending on that, we have to give a treatment. Okay, so doctor will give a treatment depending on that whether the given disease is infectious or non-infectious. Okay, so that is a major role of that.
It's attacked by several microbes present around it. But not all organisms are successful in their attack. However, the body does not always win the battle either. There are many infections which successfully infect us irrespective of our age groups. And not only this, but many a times it happens that the same infection repeats its occurrence. Take the common cold for example. It's one of the most common infectious diseases caused by a virus known as rhinovirus. And what do we mean by infectious disease? The term infectious stands for liability of transmission. And the term disease literally means the body is not at ease. So a disease can be defined as an illness caused by numerous factors which withholds the body from functioning normally. There is one more concept similar to this which we need to know, and it's called disorder. And what does that mean? The term literally means the body is not able to work properly or simply is out of order. So are the two conditions different? Well, technically yes. Diseases are mainly caused by pathogens, that is, the external agents like viruses, fungi, bacteria, and so on, which enter the body and create problems. On the other hand, disorders are caused by some or the other defects in the functioning of certain cells or tissues. Take diabetes, for example. It can occur due to either improper production or improper uptake of insulin by the cells. Now, diseases are usually infectious or transmissible, whereas disorders are not. There are many sources which use the term non-infectious diseases synonymously with disorders. And what are these non-infectious diseases? Non-infectious diseases, as the name suggests, are those diseases which do not spread with mere contact. So logically, they can be used interchangeably. But for now, we will not get into the details of this classification of the types of diseases.